Now walk the streets of Nairobi or any other town in the country late at night and you will most likely see young people who are either in commercial sex work, drug addiction or other crimes. Well, some of them could tell stories of how desperation got them into the tight, dark spaces that their lives are confined to. Others, who are now off the dark alleys, tell of how they wrestled out of the darkness and into the light of hope. Hope for a better tomorrow, hope for a clean, legal way of making ends meet. Helen Aura spoke to some former sex workers and drug abusers in Kayole who tell of their dark journey to the light.
Kayole, a part of the capital that has its positive edge, which in some cases is serrated by narratives and realities of crime, and more so among young people, gender notwithstanding. Margaret Mumbua, a single mother of one, carries out her daily chores, putting her house in order. She had barely gotten into teenage when she began dating one of the most wanted criminals. One of the fruits of her relationship was that she dropped out of school in Standard 7 after she got pregnant. Her mother did not approve of her boyfriend and so she ran away from home.
Kamwambia sasa juu mimi siwezi toa mimba, tuishi pamoja. Tulikuwa tunakaa kwa plot mwezi moja, tunarudi tunahama juu landlord anataka tuhame.
Mumbua says police officers had repeatedly issued warnings to her husband regarding his lifestyle, but to no avail. She says on one Tuesday evening back in 2013, things changed.
Simu napigiwa nikaambiwa na mabeste wangu, sikuje huko home, tumeona maaskari wamekuja. Beste yangu akakuja akaniambia, ujue mtu wako ameshauliwa.
Young and naive, she was left with a mouth to feed, no job. Their sole breadwinner was dead. She needed a hand and got one, which led her into a different dimension of morality. And just 16 years old, she got into prostitution.
Tuenda town, siku ya kwanza nilienda na mtu akanitumia vibaya.
She says on her second day, a man wanted to engage in an unnatural act, promising to pay her more if she played along. She refused and managed to wrestle him off, after which she went back to her friends on the street. She told her she cannot continue with the life and she wanted out. The woman told her to just endure it, as that is what they have also gone through over their time in the trade. 26-year-old Beryl Atieno, her scars are a reminder of the fast life she was entangled in from a tender age.
Mimi nimeacha class 8 na nijia madawa. Nilikuwa nakunywa, navuta bangi, natumia matap-tap.
She met her then husband, who was also a gangster, during a mission she had gone for with her friends, and that is where their relationship kicked off as she became pregnant. But their union was not to last.
Kalea mtoi wangu tulilea akafikisha miaka 2.5. Budaka akakuja akaangushwa.
She was left behind with her 2-year-old and another pregnancy on the way. Many girls who have resorted to the street life as a means to an end say poverty pushes them into it.
Ukipata mtu wa bei rahisi utamwambia akupe 200. Enyo ukipata kama mtu ni fala atanaweza kupatia 1,000.
Margaret says the abuse she encountered on the job became too much and so she opted out. However, she resorted to a life of drugs as she sought to numb the pain, to try and forget it all. After months of engaging in drugs, a friend introduced her to a safe haven known as Faith Rescue Network Ministry, an organization that seeks to rehabilitate former prostitutes, drug addicts and criminals, where she could get some food for her and her child regularly. And that is where her transformation journey began.
Siku ya kwanza nilienda nikuwa mlevi kabisa. Nakwambia mimi pasta yenyewe siwezi. Mimi ndio mama na mimi ndio baba kwa mtoto wangu. Na sasa kwanza endi shule, juu aliacha shule, sina uwezo. Pastor Steve na Pastor Mary wakanichukulia mtoi, wakampeleka shule. Nikaacha pombe polepole.
Beryl's friend introduced her to the street ministry. Knowing no other life, she was reluctant.
Ili tu niendelenge kuumiza raia nikienda.
She tried to get rid of her pregnancy as she felt it was now coming in the way of her work, as she also did not have the money to raise another child. Her abortion plans did not succeed due to complications, and she resorted to plan B.
Nilikuwa nimepata customer wa kiete, ilikuwa ni uzee mtui.
The plan did not pull through either, as her friend kept pushing her to go seek help from the ministry.
Mimi nikaonyesha pasi yenyewe mimi ndo nile hawa toi wangu. Lazima tu niende road ama nipie watu jiondo pesa ya haraka haraka juu bila hiyo sioni. Pasi akaniambia hapana, hiyo si maisha. Unaona venye mmeingia hapa, mimi ni baba yenu kuanzia leo na mimi na huyu ni mama na huyu ni mama yenu. Nikaona yenyewe hii upendo imezidi. Nikashikilia hapo.
The ministry run by Pastor Steve Mbugua and his wife Mary has impacted over 500 youth in the area.
We don't empower them only spiritually, but we empower them even physically. Kuna wale ambao tumepatia kazi za kufanya, kuna wale ambao tumepatia courses za kufanya.
Mbugua says his heart is to help and redirect those who are lost in social ills was born of his own experiences.
Nimefika 16 years, nimeingilia crime where nilikuwa kwa wizi wa kimabavu, and then baadaye nikakuja nikaokoka in the year 2000 na nikapatia na bunduki yangu kwa serikali.
The Mbuguas seek to grow the organization and its impact, especially in slums, but are short of funds. Margaret and Beryl, on their part, are still unemployed but searching as they strive to move in the right direction.
Despite their harsh surroundings, majority of young people in Kayole can now afford a smile following this initiative. They cling on to hope that the next generation will be saved from the social ills that they went through. Helen Aura, NTV.